eccentric, kind of crazy. He's been known as Nuts. But most of all, I know him as my friend, Frank Culpepper Martin. You know, I like to kid Frank. I tell him somebody from Laurel, Mississippi has to be named Culpepper.
Gotta have 3 names now.
So, but probably the best name that you have is Starman. Now, why is it you have the name of Starman? Where did you get that?
Tony, I have had my photograph made with more famous people in the world, over 6,000 people. And the bass player for David Letterman, I'd go hang out when they were at NBC.
Right.
And I'd talk, and he saw me one time. Hey, I remember you. You're the picture man. I'm gonna call you the Starman. And later that week, the Star magazine did 2 pages on me. So I'm Starman.
So that's how you got the name
yeah.
Starman. I know you've had all these pictures taken over the years, and it's not you taking the pictures; it's you in the picture.
Pose picture
with the people.
None of this electronic stuff. None of this Facebook or what do you
Photoshop and all this stuff.
I can barely use a cell phone.
And so you have been to so many of these events and everything. People recognize you even. I mean, I'm talking about the paparazzi and all. They say, "Hey, Frank," you know, and these people are even surprised how you've gotten a lot of these pictures.
Yes, I was. I got a picture with Mikhail Gorbachev, the president of Russia. You just can't do that in New York. 2 days later, I was in San Francisco, and it's some event that let's just say I didn't have a ticket to it. And I looked across the way, and one of the #1 paparazzi of Los Angeles looked, and he says, he mouthed, "I heard you got Gorbachev." So that was good.
And so you've told me this story before. When you took the picture, he wanted his wife in the picture too, didn't he?
He put his wife in the picture, and the Secret Service took the picture, and they don't do that. No, I was.
So wait a minute. Now I know a lot of these stories. The Secret Service has taken your picture more than one time.
Yeah, once I made him, and this guy volunteered. In fact, I thought it was an angel from heaven. I'm saying, because at NBC, let's say in New York, if Sally Struthers, I don't know, you see, comes down, a page that's not even on duty is not allowed to. Like if you work at Disney World, they can't even acknowledge. And so this doesn't happen. And I get to him. I get to Gorbachev twice. The paparazzi didn't get to him. Nobody else got to him but the receiving line. And he gets out of his limo, and I point to my internationals. I point to my camera, and the look on his face. I would always tell this if I had not even got the picture. It's kind of like, "Hey, Slick, do you see all these dignitaries that I've got to meet right here? I got to take." But but he came the second time, and then somebody said, and I heard a voice, "Would you like me to take the picture?" And I thought, "Woo!"
You thought it was God speaking.
Yeah, I did. And I handed it to this guy, and then he said, "Would you want the wife in the picture?" I said, "Well, let me see what you got." I got the, and then I said, "I better get out of here." And so I'm literally backing out, walking, and one of the chase van, the guy looks out and said, "Who are you?" I said, "I ain't nobody from nowhere." He said, "Well, you're pretty good, but I think you better leave."
So, you not only got him, but you've gotten a lot of U.S. presidents too, haven't you?
I have.
I mean, I'm just looking here. Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, George Bush Sr., and G.W.
Yeah.
And Obama, and that's an older picture. That's probably when he's probably a senator. Maybe a senator at that time, or was that early on?
No, he was just fixing to be the nominee.
So
he had all the security.
Bill Clinton.
All the security.
I know that you were a student teacher for a while here in Morristown, and you had a student ask you one time if you ever had your picture made with Lincoln.
Yeah.
Now, what was your response to that?
I told him I missed him by a couple of months or a couple of years.
So you had the opportunity to maybe have gotten Lincoln too.
Yeah, I would have.
So I'm going to ask you now, who? I mean, we could go on, and this segment could turn into to a movie or whatever. But who is the person that you went to get their picture, and it fell through and it didn't work out, and disappointed you the most that you didn't get that picture?
Mother Teresa. I got to Mother Teresa. I'm writing a book, as I told you, and I don't call them chapters, I call them adventures. I got to meet Mother Teresa and give her a rose, and she kissed my hand, and the priest pushed me out of the way. Part 2, I got a motel room and followed her to the airport the next day, and I got pushed out of the way again. But
you never got that picture.
Never got the picture, but that was a special time for sure.